In this video I'm going to show you how you can value a penny red stamp. So you've probably been going through some estate or made some discovery and you found a penny red and you're quite excited. And should you be excited? Well, the answer to that is actually maybe. Penny reds are quite difficult to value. Simply being a penny red doesn't make it hugely valuable, but the good news is it's marketable. So the first thing you have to understand is the different types. This is the most important thing in determining its value. So if you've got what's called an imperforate, these are perforated, these are imperforate, these are by far the most valuable. If you've got one of these, you're doing quite well. These ran from 1841 to 1854, so these are the oldest, and you can clearly identify these because at one time you'd have to cut these out with scissors, whereas these tear off the sheet. These ones by far the most valuable, the most collected and the most desirable. So if you've got one of these, you're looking at a decent profit. You can sell this for a fair bit. Ideally it would be unstamped in general, but we'll get to that. The penny red stars, you'll notice these AB in the corner, and then it has the crosses at the top. Just this design, but slightly changed so it could rip. So this gives you the position on the sheet. So AB would be at the top, and then you would have AB would be here, you'd have AA here, AB, AC, and you get B, C, D. So it would tell you where that stamp came from. Lastly, you've got the plates. These are the least valuable in general, and these have the letters. So let's look at an example. This is one that I acquired through an estate sale. This is a penny red star, and this has the perforations. It has these bits in the corner, and it has the letters, and this is of course Queen Victoria. This stamp isn't hugely valuable, but it's marketable. The second thing that affects its value is you see this stamp on there, that's a postmark. If that had not been stamped, it would be worth much more. Though some people do actually collect postmarks, so if you've got a nice postmark bang on the centre, and you can actually read and tell where that postmark came from, if it was a Glasgow postmark or a postmark from London, that would increase the value because a collector would want that to be part of their collection. They maybe don't have that postmark, so they'll be collecting all the penny reds with all the different postmarks. So that affects its value. If you look in the description of this video, I've given you a list that breaks down high and low value. That should give you an idea of the valuation. The best place to look to see what people in the kind of optimistic sense want for it is to go to the Stanley Gibbons website, and from there you'll be able to see the kind of catalogue price and what the really expensive ones look like. If you've got a sheet with maybe 10 penny reds on it or more, you're doing very well, and if they're unused, you're really in the money, and if they're imperforate, you're loaded. If you've got two together, that's worth more than one on its own, ideally unused. And if you've got some sort of error on it, if it's printed wrong or something is defective with it, then you're also in the money. But in general, if it's a more boring type, it's not going to be worth a huge amount. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you, and check out the description for more details and this kind of summary of what I've said here. And finally, thank you for watching.